Off with breaking news, or officials say the driver of a tanker truck is dead after that tanker burst into flames when it crashed. We're going to show you some video. We're going to show you video of the huge flames and black smoke that came from that overturned tanker. Frederick officials held a press conference just before 4 p.m. Look at the flames right there. That was the aftermath, and they were able to get those flames contained within 40 minutes after dispatch. That's according to officials. 6 homes and 5 cars were damaged in various degrees from this fire that you're looking at. We know right now US 15 northbound is still closed, but portions of US 15 south has been reopened. Now, our Dave Laval has been on the scene for several hours. He has been close to that tanker, supercharged, and talked to those who live in that area. Dave, what else can you tell us right now?
Well, what we can tell you right now is that what remains of the tanker still sits on the shoulder of northbound 15 along Apple Avenue. Crews behind me continue to remove the last of the flammable liquid inside the tank that exploded. Though at this point, Frederick County Fire and Rescue Services have not told us what the tanker carried. Home security footage captured the explosion, in which the driver died when he slammed into a tree. The preliminary investigation finds 6 homes and 5 cars suffered damage from the fire. Investigators said strong winds carried flames to some of the homes. There has been no word if anyone home at the time of the blast and explosion suffered any injuries. Velmut Sisson lives on the other side of 15 and described what she heard.
We see these enormous black clouds billowing in 2 different areas. We saw it in north of us, and then south of us. It's like, oh my gosh, there's just a wall of black coming up.
The name of the driver has not been released yet. Maryland State Police have also not said what caused the crash as their investigation continues. It's also important to point out that traffic along southbound 15 is open. Northbound 15 should open shortly. Also, we are going to have to clear this area shortly as they get cars and trucks in and out of here. But again, whoops, got a little too close to the tape that time. But again, the big thing is that crews remain on the scene as they get the last of the flammable liquid out of the tanker that exploded. And that, as you can see, happened right behind me earlier this afternoon, and we are still waiting for word on the name of the driver. We're live in Frederick. Dave Laval, DC News Now.
Thank you so much, Dave. We know you've been on the scene following all of this, and he talked about US 15 northbound close. Officials have said it'll take a while, and we have team coverage for you. We're now going to go to DC News Now, and Nay Simmons, who is also in Frederick, and she talked to some people who saw the flames. And Nay, tell us how people described what they saw.
Yeah, that's right, Tosin. Now, one witness account, Vera Barnfield, she says that people were crying and praying, hoping that the driver of the tanker truck was okay. She kind of details her account, and as you can see behind me, this house is charred and burnt. One family is displaced. Officials say they do not know when they will, but other houses in the area have also faced some damage as well, of just siding burning off. Now, here is some more of what Miss Barnfield says of her account of what happened.
It was really, really bad. The tanker truck had turned over. I was standing right there videotaping the fire. I could feel the heat from the fire. I didn't smell anything, but the heat was really intense. A lot of people was around. A lot of people was crying and praying because we didn't know if the guy made it or not. But later on, we found out that he passed away. It's a sad feeling. It's teary-eyed thinking about it, and knowing that somebody was still in that truck at that time. It's hard to imagine what that person went through. For me to stand out and watch it, it was very, very heartbreaking. It really was, and it still is. Just watching it, it's heartbreaking.
Yeah, now other witnesses in the area say that what they heard, it sounded like almost an earthquake-like sound. And we have more team coverage, but for now, I'll send things back to you, Tosin, in the studio, reporting live in Frederick County, Maryland. Anae Simmons, DC News Now.
Anae, thank you so much. And our team coverage continues with Stephen Cohen. He was at that press conference officials held just before 4 o'clock and heard those details firsthand. So, Steve, talk to us about some of the major takeaways from that presser.
Well, I'll tell you, the explosion this afternoon right here on Route 15, as we just heard from Anae, the house here on Apple Avenue was completely destroyed. 2 other structures sustained damage, but they can be salvaged. Unfortunately, the driver is a fatality from this incident. We are awaiting his identification. Mayor Michael O'Connor of Frederick said that there has been no breach of water quality. He wanted to assure residents here, but officials will continue to monitor. He is coordinating with federal officials. Fort Detrick is nearby. Congressman David Trone has been contacted. And the mayor was asked, Route 15 has always been a bottleneck here in Frederick County. He said that actually when the accident happened at noon today, traffic was at a complete standstill. Here now, even 6.5 hours later, 6 hours later, it's moving at a snail's pace northbound. And the mayor wanted to make the case clear that the water quality here is safe. The mayor was also asked to draw any possible parallels to the recent rail accident in East Palestine, Ohio. The mayor said when he arrives at a scene like this, he expects the worst. Maryland State Police were the first to respond. They were able to bring over 100 first responders from neighboring counties, Washington County, right here in Frederick, of course, Carroll County next door, and Montgomery County next door. There is no risk to the public, the mayor assures. He says that the foams that are used to clean up the contaminants from the truck are perfectly safe. And asked to sum it up, the mayor said, "This has been a scary day." Reporting live with team coverage from Frederick, Maryland, Stephen Cohen, DC News Now.